What up, Dokkanners? The JP data download dropped earlier today, and with that, the Cell Max is now en route to JP. It's actually going to be dropping in less than 24 hours. So, am I crazy, or is this the most hype yellow coin LR summon JP has ever seen, or just Dokkan has ever seen? Is there anything that's been more hype than this? I don't know. I don't think so, because you know, superhero is the newest, biggest thing. So with Cell Max finally getting a unit, I think it's safe to say this is probably the most hype. But let me know if there's anything else. Like, Bulma is good, but Bulma wasn't hype, right? Bulma's not a box office character when you think of like early Dragon Ball Saga. When you're thinking superhero, the pinnacle of all enemies, Cell Max, that's a pretty box office unit. But let me know what you guys think. Anyway, let's go through all of the units we got. EZAs, Dokkan Awakenings. From the looks of things, JP is getting a world tournament. Meanwhile, Global still hasn't fixed theirs. STR Cell Max, World Tournament Awakening EZAs. Quest mode again? Quest mode area 35, stage 5 through 8. SBR Sworn Enemies, Infinite Dragon Ball History stage 31. ESBR stage 59, Super Saiyan 2. Intensifying Fight stage 4, World Tournament 53, and Trade Jewel. Wow. Thank you, Proton, by the way. That is interesting. Okay, so let's go and take a look. Once again, Global players, I know that there's been a lot of chatter about Global getting this character in Part EX. It's fine to think that. Don't expect it, you know? You can theorize, which is something that I do on the channel quite often, but as we've seen, every time we try to theorize something, Dokkan never does it. Dokkan has proven that they will not do the logical thing. They will go about this in the most improbable, illogical way. When it comes to the banners, when it comes to the content, they have been fairly decent about it. The only other problem is that they have been bypassing certain currencies that Global needs to keep up with. Instead, we are not getting those, and we are now falling behind in other ways. But still, Dokkan has done a relatively decent job in terms of catching us up content-wise. Banners, it's still something to be seen. So if you have your own theories, feel free to share them with people, but do not let it be an expectation. If it doesn't happen the way that you think, you're just gonna end up disappointing yourself. This is why I've been saying recently, ever since, when was it? When did I have my revelation where I was just like, you know what? I don't care. Whatever happens, happens. Just go with the flow. You should adopt that sort of mentality. So let's just start from the top. Actually, hold on. Cell Max, medals. Here we go. So you got Beast Gohan. You got to do 5 runs on Beast Gohan, 2 runs on Gamma 1, 2 on Gamma Dos, 2 on Orange Piccolo, and then 3 on the regular Ultimate Gohan. For Global players, if you like to farm medals ahead of time, you can do these, except for this one. These will not interfere with your 9th anniversary characters. However, if you are trying to farm these out, you might kind of get them mixed up. So by the time you get to the 9th anniversary, you may not actually have these afterwards because you might have used them. But whatever floats your boat, this is what you need. JP players, have fun. This is not a Dokkan festival, so you will not have any sort of missions to support it. So let's look at these two. These, I have been talking about this for a very long time. These two characters are my most anticipated Dokkan Awakenings from the World Tournament. So I'm very excited to see what these guys can do. Wow, it just, in the span of a month, JP went from being far behind in terms of Universe 6 character updates to now leading Global. Because now they got these two on top of all the other Universe 6 characters. Lucky. All right, so Caulifla, what does she do? Super int, nobody cares. Raises attack and defense, causes supreme damage, and lowers attack. Okay, and now for the passive. Attack and defense plus 100%. For each Universe 6 category ally on the team, attack and defense increased by 20% and crit chance increased by 6%. Oh, okay, very nice. When a character with Kale in the name is attacking in the same turn, gain an additional attack plus 160% and have a 70% chance of dodging. Oh, very nice. And launches an additional super attack. Okay, good. So run this character with Kale. This is a free-to-play character, so the stats are obviously down and the abilities are obviously down, but now with this TOR, this definitely makes this character far more viable. That's good, 70% chance. Each time you dodge, your attack and defense will increase by an additional 20% up to 60. You got 70% chance to dodge here, so that's pretty good. Very high chance is 70%. If the player attacks 6 or more times during battle, there will be an additional attack from that turn onwards, and there will be a high chance of that becoming a super attack. Okay. All right. Considering what it used to be, that is pretty good. Because this is what it used to be. It was still a stacker. You caused supreme damage, and you had the basic stacking stuff, but it really just can't compete with today's meta. So this is far superior than what it used to be. All right, let's check out Kere. Let's see what Tech Kale can do.
What?
Okay, right here. So raises attack and defense, causes supreme damage, and lowers defense. Attack and defense plus 160. All allies universe 6 on the team, key +1. Attack and defense plus 40%. Very nice. Attack and defense plus 20% for all pure Saiyans on the team. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. I mean, actually, that's pretty good because it's on top of this. That's very nice, actually. Holy cow. Okay. When a character with Caulifla in the name is attacking in the same turn, as it should be, defense, gain additional 160%. Very high chance to guard. Okay, so 70% chance to guard all attacks, launches an additional super attack. Okay, so Caulifla once again is the dodger, and Kale is the tanker. It is 70% chance, which is a bummer, but it's better than nothing. Plus, you get the extra defense, so that's good. When launching a super attack, attack and defense gains an additional 60%. When you launch 6 or more attacks in battle, launch an additional attack from that turn onwards that has a high chance of becoming a super. Okay, I kind of like this. These are free-to-play characters, so this is very, very nice. I like that a lot. Okay, so now these are actually going to be decent stacking characters, and with a new stacking event, could make for some fun content for some people. Okay, so now let's take a look at these guys. These are the 4 EZAs coming up on the next World Tournament, which, by the way, what is the date for that? They are getting... Okay, so JP is getting World Tournament this weekend. You guys are going to be running through the World Tournament this weekend. So is Global going to be getting a World Tournament this weekend as well? I have doubts, but we'll see. So let's check out Chi. So this character raises attack for 1 turn, causes supreme damage, and has a high chance to stun. Attack and defense plus 150. Reduces attack and defense of the enemy by 22% for 3 turns. Medium chance to dodge. When HP is 50% or more, gain an additional key plus 3, attack and defense plus 150. Very nice. When key is below 50%, attack raised by 50% and dodge is increased by 40%. Okay. When Son Goku is an enemy or an ally attacking in the same turn, attacks effective against all types, and high chance of launching an additional super attack. There's a high chance of launching an additional super attack. Okay. Always perform 2 additional attacks. Okay. Increase defense by 150% when attacking. Every time you attack 5 or more times in battle, launch an additional super attack once per turn. Interesting. Okay. All right. I've never really been too fond of this character, but with the ability to launch multiple attacks, multiple supers, this seems like a nice super battle road type character. But then again, red zone events these days are starting to get vulnerabilities to things like stun. So maybe this character could hold a place on some of the endgame content. We'll see. But hey, it's better than what it used to be. It is a free-to-play character, so I keep my standards fairly low for these ones. Okay, let's move on. Gohan is good. Gohan is good because you have a multiplicative attack and defense booster by 50% for 6 turns. That's really good. So let's see what they do here. Key plus 3, attack and defense plus 100%. When launching a super attack, gain an additional attack and defense plus 100%. Gain an additional attack plus 100% for 3 turns after receiving an attack. All allies in the Android Cell Saga category get key plus 2, attack and defense plus 30%. And an additional attack plus 3%, defense plus 3% for each superclass ally on the team. So if it's full 7, you'd be supporting 51%. Okay. All right. When there are 2 or less enemies, gain a crit chance of 58%. When there are 3 or more enemies, the attacking enemy's super attack will be blocked for 2 turns. So if you make contact with an enemy, you'll seal them for 2 turns. Guards all attacks when there is an ally in the Bond of Master and Disciple category attacking in the same turn. I see. So with that being your only means of defense, you really want to be launching as many supers as possible so that you can boost up that multiplicative buff, which means additional is the way to go to make the most out of guard. But considering he is a int character, I don't know. This might be, I mean, definitely this is additionals and dodge. You don't need crit. Crit is already built in here. The question is, which one do you focus on more? Probably additional, to be quite honest. I think additional is probably more important because dodge is not a guarantee. And I feel like if you go for more additionals, you will probably more consistently raise your defense, and raising your defense in tandem with guard will probably give him a better chance. But hey, it's free to play, so you shouldn't be expecting the world out of the character anyway. But all right, better than what we've seen before. Vegito. Oh man, this guy was a disappointment. Okay, so this guy raises attack for 1 turn, causes supreme damage, increases allies attack by 30% for 1 turn. He's a slot 1 unit. Attack and defense plus 150 when in slot 1. Key plus 2, attack and defense plus 150. 70% chance to die. Was it always 70%? Oh, let me see. Base 70%. It's the same. Yeah. Okay. 70% chance when there is an enemy from the Majin Buu Saga, launch an additional super attack. Attack and defense plus 30%. Or superclass allies increase attack and defense by an additional 3% for each ally in the Majin Buu Saga category. Okay, so this is going to be a Majin Buu Saga based character. I mean, that's feeding into a ever expanding roster of impressive free-to-play EZAs, so I suppose this is fine. Increase attack by 50% when attacking. Each time you attack, increase defense by 20% up to 100. Always perform an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super. Okay, so if you are a free-to-play Majin Buu Saga character, or if you are lacking in the slot 1 department, this guy could be a substitute. He is not going to save you every single step of the way, but he is a pleasant add-on. Sure. Okay. That is Vegito. This guy is gonna be good. Tien is really good. Look at this guy. Supreme damage, multiplicative 50% buff for 9 freaking turns. The downside is that you practically can't run all of his links at the same time unless you are really butchering your category. But then again, let's see what they do with this passive now. Always attack twice. That has a 70% chance of becoming a super attack. It used to be 50%. Yeah, I've run this guy. I used to run this guy because I really thought that this character has a lot of potential. That is not, oh, it used to be 30%. Now it's 50. Oh, he's going to be good. Attacks twice. That has a 70% chance of becoming a super. Each time you attack 4 or more times in battle, launch an additional super attack. Yes. When there's an enemy in the Turtle School category, launch an additional attack and lower the attack of the enemy by 20% for 2 turns. Gain additional attack and defense plus 40% for each, oh my god, for each ally in the Dragon Ball Saga category. This is not youth. This is Dragon Ball Saga. Okay, it still says youth, but trust me, it's Dragon Ball Saga because I remember this character. So, wow. Wait, for each ally. Oh yeah. Oh my god, he's gonna be good. You run full Majin or full Dragon Ball Saga. You bring like Kid Goku, who can also give team damage reduction. This is going to be a really good character. So I think out of all of them, I am most excited for this. Unfortunately, again, the links are kind of weird, but if you're going to be keeping this restricted to just Dragon Ball Saga, some of them will be utilized. You'll get more crit chance with guidance of the Dragon Balls. Shattering the Limit, Infighter, man, not so much. Mysterious Adventure, you'll get more ki. This is going to be a good EZA. I'm looking forward to that one. So those are all of the upgrades regarding World Tournament. Now let's take a look at the other announcements, and then we'll take a look at the missions. So JP, once again, y'all are getting another quest stage, huh? Y'all want to lighten up a little bit? Damn. Okay. Infinite Dragon Ball History, Super Battle Road, Extreme Super Battle Road, Burst Mode. Oh, you guys just finished Burst Mode. That's nice. Congratulations. Let's go look at the missions for intensifying fights. All right, so here we go. We got the World Tournament missions, so that's happening this weekend. Best of luck to all of yous. A fierce battle is inevitable. Cell Max. Y'all are getting Cinemix. Y'all are getting Cell Max missions. Clear stage 1 with every single type. Clear stage without using items. Clear stage 1 without using any items. All types on the extreme side. Okay. Then clear stage 1 within 3 turns. 3 turns or less. This is literally impossible. Why would you say 3 turns or less? That literally cannot happen. Clear stage 1 of Cell Max. There are 3 rounds. What kind of stupid instruction is this? Why would you say that? Why would you give people hope? Yeah, if you beat the first phase fast enough, you will bypass a full form. Isn't that cool? Clear stage 1 within 5 turns or less with 6 characters that belong to AGL. Fast attribute, that's speed. That's AGL. Yo. Clear stage 1 within a total of 6 turns using a team of 4 that belong to Corroded Body and Mind. You complete all missions. All right. Once again, I feel like I need to start saying this whenever we get these types of missions. For those of you who find yourself struggling on this, keep in mind that at most you are getting 3 Dragon Stones and 1 sticker and a couple of medium skill orbs. So this is not going to keep you up at night, I would hope, if you don't complete these. This is just an extra challenge for those who want to indulge on the challenge a little bit. But just keep that in mind. You're not going to be missing out on a whole lot if you can't do this. Then again, JP, you know, the landscape of JP compared to global is vastly different just because of 9th anniversary. So as a global player, I can't quite comprehend some of these missions at the moment. But sure, you guys should be able to do fine. Because you got like, you know, AGL characters, you got like Ultra Instinct EZA. So I don't think this is going to be nearly as bad on JP right now as it would be on global right now. Like if these missions were to drop on global right now, we'd probably be cringing right now. How many times did I just say right now? I'm sleepy. Okay, we got category, not category. We got the new missions for the second half of the celebration. Cool. Let's go look at intensifying fights. What's going on here? You got your Dokkan Festival weekend tickets. Clear stage 4 of Tension Rising. Defeat once. Ultra Instinct. Oh, you guys are doing that, huh? Migote no Gokui. So clear UI once during the fight. Clear stage 4 once with a team of 6 in the Super Boss. That should be easy.
Okay.
You guys are getting new Frieza, Frieza missions. Cool. More skill orbs for you. And that's about it. And then for Infinite Dragon Ball History, you are doing, okay, so you're fighting superheroes. So Pan, Krillin 18, Trunks, Gammas, Orange Piccolo. Orange Piccolo, is he the final stage? Defeats Cell Max in the 6th stage. Oh, okay. So it's the cast and crew of Superhero. Got it. Pan, Krillin 18, slow plays Goten, or slow plays Trunks, I mean. Gamma 1, Gamma 2, Orange Piccolo, and then Cell Max. It's cool. I like how they say Selma X. Okay. Is that it? Is there anything else? You guys getting other burst mode? No? All right. There you go. So that is the full breakdown for the JP data download. Global players with JP getting the Cell Max in less than a day. Global should be getting the teaser for the upcoming LR probably tonight. So expect details for Ginyu. Obviously, Ginyu's not going to be all that mandatory for people unless you're like a Ginyu fan. So most of you will not be summoning, which is good. Again, I know that we are trying to catch up to JP. I just think that people should see this as a secret W instead of an L, because global players right now, it's all hands on deck for the 9th anniversary. After that, getting Cell Max should be top priority for the sake of super bosses. But if you don't have a Broly leader skill, while Cell Max is good on his own, he's not going to be as good as he would be with a super boss leader skill. So that's all I'm saying. Trying to put a positive spin on the life that is global. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the JP side of the game in terms of data downloads, the missions that are coming up. Do those extra difficulty missions for Cell Max look impossible? Do they look doable? What is your strategy going to be for that like AGL one? That's going to be funny. What do you thought on all of the EZAs that are coming up, the Awakenings? Which one looks the most promising to you? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.